Road trip goes to the Grand Canyon. Check in at Grand Canyon Inn in Valley, Arizona, 30 miles from the South Rim, significantly cheaper than staying in Tusayan or at the Rim itself. We're now parked here at the Backcountry parking lot. It's 4:30 in the morning, I think. Next stop, Pipe Creek. We're here, 507 Pipe Creek Vista. It's cold. Freezing! Shuttle bus access only. It says here, employees only, so you cannot drop people from here, so you need to walk. Vlogger! Hey! South Rim mule rides may be booked 15 months early in advance and fill up early, so plan ahead! And here we are at the South Kaibab Trailhead after walking for about a mile. Before I go any further, you should know that the National Park Service does not recommend doing this as a day hike. There are numerous warnings on the Grand Canyon National Park website telling people not to hike the South Kaibab and Bright Angel Trail in a day. There are also signs posted at the trailheads to discourage people from doing this as a day hike. Hiking to the river and back in one day is not recommended due to long distance, extreme temperature changes, and an approximately 5,000 foot elevation change each way. Not all people, like us, have the luxury to obtain backcountry camping permits. That is why we planned and trained to attempt this epic hike in a day. Ahh Point was the first main feature we bumped into within the canyon.
Meron ba? Mike. Bebe.
This was our first view looking east into the rising sun, the Tonto Plateau, and the colorful layers of sedimentary rock that makes the Grand Canyon so beautiful. The South Kaibab Trail is used as the main supply route for the canyon. Mule trains push supplies up and down, all of them heavily laden with gears. Morning. The Ahh Point sits at 6,500 feet and is 1 mile from the trailhead. Essentials for your day pack. Bring a sufficient amount of water, salty snacks and high-calorie meals, first aid kit, map or trail guide, flashlight or headlamps, sunscreen, hat and sunglasses, whistle, signal mirror and cell phone, lightweight tarp or emergency shelter, broken-in hiking shoes with good soles and hiking poles, and layers of clothing. Cedar Ridge. The Cedar Ridge, a striking red tinge mesa, has a pit toilet but no water source. From the Cedar Ridge, linger to enjoy the lovely vast views of Bright Angel Canyon, Devil's Corkscrew, the North Rim, and ahead of us, the O'Neill Butte.
Wow.
So this is where Grace stopped. And
turn around and back.
yeah, she turned around and back. So this is the place where you need to think whether to go down or go back up. Skeleton, because you'll be a skeleton if you don't decide. Well,
Trick or treat.
first look of Colorado River. We're like 5 more miles away, I think. Nice. Going down, 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 down. Switchbacks. Going further down. Yay. Hole in the wall. So now we had to descend down layers and layers of switchbacks, all exposed to the morning sun. I tried to switch between my left and right knee, taking most of the downhill stress. The sweeping views of the Grand Canyon are not only for hikers, but also for squirrels. Squirrel!
I'm gonna walk to it.
There's another sign there. Tonto.
Oh.
Tonto North.
Yeah, we definitely need to tie right there.
It says Tonto, baby. I know it's Tonto East. Yay! Tip off, 1.5 miles left. Is it full? Dry? Shit. So it says here, non-potable water treat before drinking. Knock knock. Who's there? Because it's Halloween. Tip off, rimmed corridor, balance food and water, restore your energy, care for your body. In summer, avoid the heat of the day. Hike smart. So south, Kaibab Trail, tip off, emergency phone. I think there's cell service here. I don't know how it looks like, but let's go and see. Emergency. Here's your emergency phone. What it looks like. Hopefully it's working. Ta-da! So it says here, if the phone is not working and you have an emergency, you may be able to call or text for help using your cell phone. Some work from this area. You are at the tip-off. I'll check if it's working. Oh, it is working. Mm-hmm. The tip-off is located on the Tonto Plateau. The Tonto Trail intersects the South Kaibab Trail at this point. This is the final landmark until you get to the Colorado River. Kuya Ray, sa baba ka na, alam namin. Pakigalaw po ang baso, Kuya Ray. The trail then sneaks down a little cut, and the inner canyon really opens up. The rock suddenly changes into an iron-rich, volcanic type, and everything gets pretty steep. The first look of the two bridges crossing the Colorado River, the Silver Bridge and the Blacks Bridge or the Kaibab Suspension Bridge. Crossing mules. Morning again.
Morning.
When mules pass, follow the mule guide's instructions. Mules have the right of way.
Hey.
How y'all doing?
Good day.
After hiking another challenging 1.5 miles and seeing the Phantom Ranch from afar, you'll reach the intersection of the River Trail, which skirts the south side of the Colorado River and connects up with the Bright Angel Trail. And we're going to Phantom Ranch.
Fjord.
We then went through a short dark tunnel to cross the river via the Kaibab Suspension Bridge.
And he scared me. Wow. Wowza. Take a video, buddy. That's it. And I'll pause.
You can also access the South Rim Phantom Ranch by cruising along the Colorado River, just like this group. Yeah, two people per boat. Wow. We said the same thing.
That'd be a lot of shit to carry, I guess, for 2 weeks, wouldn't it?
Constructed in 1928, the Kaibab Trail Suspension Bridge was the only crossing of the Colorado River. Built in a remote location with incredibly difficult access through rugged terrain, the 440 feet long bridge was designed to carry foot traffic, horses, and mules, and was made of components that could be carried down into the Grand Canyon by man or mule. 42 men, mostly members of the Havasupai tribe, carried each 550 feet long, 2,300-pound suspension cables 7 miles down the twisting South Kaibab Trail, making it a National Historic Civil Engineering landmark. Here, you'll find drinking water, a restroom, and a circa 1934 ranger station now used as a residence. Just follow the Bright Angel Creek north a few minutes to the Bright Angel Campground, and just past that is a Phantom Ranch. The Phantom Ranch was designed by Mary Coulter in 1922. The lovely stone lodge is the only developed facility in the inner canyon.
Toilet, I think. Morning. Drinking water.
Riders heading to the canyon on mule as well as hikers with advanced reservations spend the night at Phantom Ranch. Though the air-conditioned canteen is closed due to COVID, you can still order snacks and ice-cold drinks through this window.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it.
If you say the cup's a dollar for a refill.
Ayun na yan. Asan ka galing?
You say, Drew? You go to this riverside?
No, not yet.
We went to the north and back. We've been looking for you.
This hike is sponsored by Kaibab.
Birthday.
Ganyan mo, tapos.
Happy birthday.
Hey, thank you. Okay.
Ay, wala na wala na si tita.
Yes, thirsty.
Are you thirsty? Damn. Oh my God.
Cheers, buddy. Thank you, Barbo.
Kaya pa.
I just chugged mine. You can do it.
Okay.
Do it.
1, 2, 3.
Chug it. Chug.
Ay,
chug.
wag yung tara itiin.
Just there we go. Good job.
Good job. Yay!
Yay!
Happy birthday, girl.
Woo. You. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to me. Cha cha cha. Oh. Yeah.